Good morning, everybody, and I want to thank everybody for attending this video. MIT Consulting is super excited about this new offering. We've been working very diligently and hard in finding new solutions for your business as we have been providing cybersecurity and cyber services for the last 7 years. And the ever-changing landscape in cybersecurity is ever evolving. One of the biggest challenges that we've had as a business is trying to find customers solutions that would help them bridge financial challenges when it comes to cyber breaches and cyber challenges, working with insurance providers and potentially organizations that have not been eligible in getting cyber insurance due to for whatever reasons. And so MIT was on the hunt, and we took some time looking for some solutions. And a few months ago, we were introduced to a new technology and a new service that allows us to bridge some of those challenges. And we've recently signed a relationship with Cork. Cork is a relatively new solution to the market that allows us to basically provide you with a bridge of cyber warranty. And so, what is cyber warranty? And that's what we're here all about today. So, Nick is here from Cork to help explain what cyber warranty is and how that is going to help your business moving forward.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me on today.
My pleasure. Thank you for coming out. We're very excited about getting started on this. So let me pull up the slideshow. And here we go. Let me know that if you can see that.
Yep, we're good. All righty. So let's dive into how we could protect your business with MIT Consulting and a Cork Cyber Warranty. So the next slide that we have here really dives into what exactly is a cyber warranty. Because odds are, if you're attending this, you might have never heard about it before. But when I like to talk about a cyber warranty, I really like to compare it to the auto industry. In the auto industry, you have both car insurance and a car warranty. Both of those types of solutions are providing you with financial protection in different forms. Car insurance is protection if you have an accident in your car or if your car is stolen. But a car insurance is different than a car warranty. If you want to press the button there, Erez. When I think about a car warranty, it's really designed to help prevent and remediate an accident before it ever happens in the first place. You're driving in the car and something is wrong with one of those parts or components, whether it's the engine or the battery or the brakes, something is going wrong with one of those parts or components, and the check engine light comes on. It gives you the heads up saying, hey, you're going to want to really check that out and get it fixed to reduce the likelihood of an accident ever occurring, thus reducing the likelihood of you ever needing to activate your car insurance policy. And this is very relevant in the cyber landscape because in the cyber landscape, you have both cyber insurance and cyber warranty, like these next two bullet points are going to show you right here. Cyber insurance is really protection if you have an incident in your cyber landscape or if your data is stolen. But cyber insurance is different than a cyber warranty, as you can see in this bullet point right here. A Cork cyber warranty is really designed to help prevent and remediate an incident before it ever happens, very similar to a car warranty. Like a check engine light on a car, Cork's warranty provides you with a monitoring platform that looks over the cyber security tools that are in your environment, such as your data backup tools, your multi-factor authentication tools, your EDR or antivirus tools, to make sure that they're all working properly and configured properly. If there's ever any issue where, for example, MFA is turned off or backups aren't running, this monitoring platform or check engine light alerts you to it. That way you can get the issue fixed before an accident ever occurs, before you ever need to utilize your cyber insurance policy. So very similar to a car warranty and a check engine light, our cyber warranty is designed to be very proactive as opposed to reactive here.
So let me get this straight. So you guys are actually going to monitor all of our customers' infrastructure and points. And if there's an issue there, we're going to get an alert so that we can better respond to our customers.
That is absolutely correct.
Okay, that's really cool. I love that.
All righty, good deal. So now let's go into the details of, what exactly cyber insurance is when it comes to cyber insurance. Does it replace cyber insurance? The answer is no. In an ideal world, a small business should have both cyber insurance and a cyber warranty. Just like in your vehicle, you have car insurance and a car warranty. Cyber insurance is super, super important. Everybody listening to this call should absolutely have a cyber insurance policy. But that being said, cyber insurance, while important, is not perfect. It's not a silver bullet that's going to be the answer to all your prayers. We're seeing that around 40% of SMBs actually end up getting their cyber insurance claims denied and not paid out through their cyber insurance broker. And mainly that's because of the security questionnaire that gets sent out, oftentimes are filled out incorrectly. For example, Travelers Insurance actually denied a cyber insurance claim and didn't pay it out because the small business filled out their insurance questionnaire saying that they had MFA turned on, when in reality, they did not have MFA, multi-factor authentication, turned on. So as a result, that claim ended up getting denied. So that's just one example. The other example that we have here at cyber insurance, if you wanted to press that next bullet point there, is the cost of cyber insurance is rising. We're seeing the cost going up roughly 50% year over year with deductibles that are very, very expensive. Something that I'll touch on later on in this slide show is that with Cork and our cyber warranty, we will actually pay off the cyber insurance deductible, which will hopefully lower the cost of your cyber insurance policies overall. And then the last bullet point that we'll bring up here is that the cyber insurance approval process can be very, very daunting. Typically, you have to fill out a very lengthy security questionnaire in order to get coverage in the first place. And after that security questionnaire is in place and you have a cybersecurity incident, you might have to wait several weeks or several months to get a payout through a cyber insurance carrier. Those are all things that we're able to supplement here at Cork because we're providing you with real-time cash during a cybersecurity incident. And we'll touch base on that a little bit more in a few slides.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, because I know that we as an organization are constantly filling out these forms to get the approval, but it's challenging to verify all of the touch points there. So this is definitely going to make our life easier in getting these processes done and getting approval processes completed. So that's awesome. I love that.
100%, 100%. All right, if we continue on to the next slide, like I mentioned earlier, with Cork, we offer a monitoring platform similar to that check engine light in a vehicle. What this monitoring platform is going to do is really look at all the cybersecurity tools within a small business environment. That will be things like remote monitoring and patch management, endpoint detection and response, or antivirus, if you want to press the next bullet point there. We're also monitoring data backups. We're also monitoring multi-factor authentication as well. So if any of these parts or components are misconfigured, we're proactively alerting you to it. That way you could fix it sooner rather than later. By having a monitored and validated Cork Cyber Warranty, it also increases the likelihood of having a validated cyber insurance policy, which reduces the chances of that cyber insurance claim getting denied. And because we're monitoring all these security tools proactively, this gives us the ability to share this monitored data with a cyber insurance broker. That way, if you did want to get a multi-million-dollar cyber insurance policy, you could still do it without the hassle of having to fill out a very lengthy security questionnaire. Gone are the days where you have to fill out lengthy security questionnaires anymore because, again, we're monitoring your environment proactively, looking at your data backup tools, your MFA tools, your EDR tools, your patch management tools, etc. So let's get into the real meat and potatoes here. At the end of the day, here at Cork, we offer two types of warranties. We offer a $100,000 warranty and we offer a $500,000 warranty. On the right-hand side is a typical cyber insurance example, so you can see what's covered and not covered with most cyber insurance policies. Again, a Cork cyber warranty can act as supplemental gap coverage to an existing cyber insurance policy, kind of like Aflac insurance, but for the cyber insurance space. Or if you're a small business that does not have cyber insurance yet today, this could act as standalone coverage if you do not have a cyber insurance policy yet. Ideally, you should have both cyber insurance and a cyber warranty, but having cyber insurance is not a prerequisite to getting a Cork cyber warranty. So, like I mentioned earlier, we have a $100,000 policy called the Protect Plus and a $500,000 policy called the Protect Pro. Both of these cyber warranties are going to provide you with that proactive monitoring solution, that check engine light, if you will, that alerts you if there's any lapses in coverage that would void out the Cork warranty or void out the cyber insurance policy, such as if MFA is turned off, or if backups aren't running, or if EDR isn't installed. Those are all things that we're monitoring for you. We're also able to provide you with instant access to funds using a virtual credit card. So this is a virtual credit card that would be delivered to you within hours of the attack. That way you could use this credit card to help recover and get back on your feet during a cyber incident without having to dip into your own pocket and have all of those out-of-pocket expenses. We will cover things like SMS attacks, phishing attacks, email gift card scams, wire transfer fraud payments, all of which are typically not covered by a cyber insurance policy, whereas our cyber warranty will indeed pay out those types of cyber attacks. Both of our warranties also cover our client's cyber insurance deductible. So let's say you have a $2 million cyber insurance policy already today, but it's a $20,000 deductible, also known as retention in the policy. If you were in that sort of environment, Cork would be the one paying off that $20,000 deductible. That way, you don't have to pay it out yourself. There's no out of pocket expenses. It's also important to know that to activate Cork, there is no deductible that you have to pay out for us either. So again, it's all about reducing your out-of-pocket expenses or unexpected costs during a cybersecurity incident. On the Protect Pro program, we'll also cover things like incident response, data recovery, business interruption loss, and ransomware related expenses. So those are all things that are covered on the Protect Pro and as well as the Protect Plus. So Erez, before we continue on here, any questions on our two different warranties that we offer?
Yeah, so actually, I really had a few to kind of get clarity on it. So very popular kind of situations with a lot of businesses today is, for example, those gift card scams where, an admin gets an email and from the VP or CEO and says, "Oh, send me a couple of Amazon gift cards," or and it was a phishing email of some sort. So you're telling me that, if for whatever reason, this accidentally happened and, somebody within the organization accidentally did process a gift card purchase like that, there would be some level of protection. And that basically is what this covers.
Correct. We'll cover gift card scams up to $500 per gift card. Yep.
Okay, that's pretty cool. And then the wire transfer fraud payment, that one's actually becoming a big, call it known issue right now. We're seeing a lot of situations where even these scammers are really creative and they're even opening up local Canadian bank accounts. I don't even know how they do that, but they open up local bank accounts in local Canadian branches, and with their ability, they're able to even mimic businesses that look legit and vendors that look legit. And they're sending out invoices that, occasionally get through the cracks and, they get paid out. And so that also is part of this coverage.
Yep, absolutely. And wire transfer fraud hits home for me as well. I just closed on a house, and working in the cybersecurity field, like that's no joke. I called my closing attorney multiple times, validated the wire number and everything because I didn't want to get scammed myself when placing the down payment for my house that I just moved into.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's great. So when in one of these circumstances, either under Protect and Pro, and if there was an incident like this, so no deductible, we just submit a claim or we request a claim and then we submit the evidence that something like this happened, and then you guys have some sort of an approval process.
Yeah, the approval process should be done within a few days or a few hours, even. And the reason why our approval process is so much faster than a typical cyber insurance approval process is because with us, we're monitoring the environment proactively, right? So we already know if you had those tools in place before the attack even occurred. Whereas typically with cyber insurance, you have to fill out a security questionnaire, which is a bunch of check boxes, and then after an attack actually occurs, that's where a cyber insurance broker needs to perform a forensic audit to ensure that those tools and measures were actually in place. So it's a very reactive approach to monitoring. Whereas with Cork and our quote unquote check engine light monitoring platform, it's all about being real time and proactive.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. So one or two little notes on the pro side, and obviously there's some unique differentiating factors there where it kind of overlaps potentially with the cyber insurance. But can you explain and maybe a little bit expand on, the ransom payment and the data recovery? So business comes in on a Monday. We had all the tools in place. Somehow they were able to get by that for whatever reason, and we know that's possible because if they're doing Fortune 5000s, in Canada, we had Sobeys breached, we had, Indigo was breached, the major corporations are being breached, and you can imagine they got the multi-million dollar security services here. So business comes in on a Monday morning, everything's encrypted, and they obviously got the message on the screen saying, send us 1 or 2 Bitcoins and we'll unlock your data. Before we engage our cyber insurance provider, how does that kind of kick in for the 500,000 Protect Pro? How does that go in, and how does that help us bridge the claim?
Yeah, so it really depends on the type of attack and the amount of money that occurs. Usually, if it's something, like ransomware, which could be, hundreds of thousands of dollars or millions of dollars with the damages, we would probably be working alongside a cyber insurance carrier at that point.
Mhm.
But again, say you have a cyber insurance policy and it's a $5 million policy that'll cover ransomware up to $5 million. But in order to activate it, you have to have $100,000 deductible paid off. Well, we would be the ones that pay off that $100,000 deductible, which will then in turn activate your cyber insurance policy. And then typically the cyber insurance policy would take over from there to actually pay off the multi-million dollars in ransomware. That's just one example.
That's beautiful. So this way, the company now has that fail safe that's going to cover that deductible. In retrospect, now the customer and the client now has the ability to go back to the insurance provider and say, "Look, I need a $5 million premium," and to reduce some of that overhead cost, they can now go from a 10,000 to $50,000 deductible, making it more affordable because they know that they're not going to do a claim under 50,000, and it's
Yep.
got to be worth their while. And now Protect Pro is going to kick in as a bridge to help with that deductible.
100%. Kind of like car insurance as well, right? If you raise your deductible on your car insurance, your overall premium is going to go down drastically. And that's the same thing here with a cyber warranty. So say you already have a $2 million cyber insurance policy and it's a $20,000 deductible, you could reach back out to your insurance broker and raise that deductible from $20,000 to maybe 50 or $100,000. And generally, we see small businesses save around $3,000 to $4,000 a year on their annual cyber insurance premiums by increasing their deductible. And again, the Cork will pay off that raised deductible, and the cost of Cork is relatively inexpensive when in comparison to the cost savings that you'll have in your insurance policy.
Yeah, I definitely can agree with that because with our policy, what we've done was we were looking at adding an extra 500,000 to 1 million to our policy, and the cost of the protection definitely actually was more cost effective than us actually raising the cyber insurance. And again, the deductibles also went up with that. So it was actually a better budget for us to have a bridged solution internally than actually having a single source with just the insurance providers. So it's a great complementary tool even for our own office and operations.
Awesome. Totally makes sense.
Yeah, no, thank you. All
All right.
right.
Moving right along here. So on the next slide here, like I mentioned earlier today, Cork has two warranties. We have a $100,000 warranty and we have a $500,000 warranty. But what if your business needs more than $500,000? Maybe you need a one, a two, a five, a $10 million policy. Well, that's where a cyber insurance carrier is going to come into play. And luckily, Cork has partnered with DataStream, which is a third-party cyber insurance broker. It's available in both USA and Canada. Because Cork is going to be monitoring your environment in real time, again, with that check engine light, we're monitoring your RMM tool, your backup tool, your EDR, your multi factor authentication tool, etc. Because we're monitoring all this information in real time, we're going to be able to share that information with our friends over at DataStream. Because DataStream is able to monitor and see this data information now as well, they will be able to provide an instant cyber insurance quote without the hassle of filling out a security questionnaire. Not only that, because they're getting this information monitored in real time, the insurance quote that DataStream will be providing will be roughly 30 to 40% lower than your existing cyber insurance quote today. And the reason why the data stream insurance quote is going to be 30 to 40% lower is because number one, it's going to factor in Cork's cyber warranty that pays off the deductible for it. And number two, the fact that they're monitoring the environment in real time, they're able to underwrite the risk at a lower rate. So if you were to click on that video real quick, I believe it will play for us real quick here. Yep, perfect. So again, all you would have to do is just log into the Cork dashboard. It's going to ask for your permission to share that data with DataStream. You're going to select OK. You just have to fill out two questions: the type of business that it is. Is it a hospital? Is it agricultural? Is it a nonprofit? Is it a public company? So once you insert those two quick questions, basically what's going to happen is you could select the button where it says get an instant insurance quote. It's going to share that monitored information with DataStream. And then in a couple seconds here, you'll see what the cost is for this $1 million cyber insurance quote and how much money you would save by getting that cyber insurance quote through Cork. Because again, if you purchase it through the Cork monitoring dashboard, you're going to save roughly 30 to 40%. Again, you didn't have to fill out a 5-page security questionnaire and spend 5 hours on it. The idea here is we're designed to really simplify the process and get your clients and all small businesses instant cyber insurance quotes at a reduced rate, as long as they have the Cork Cyber Warranty in their environment first.
That's amazing. That's super efficient, makes everybody's life easier. I can't tell you how much time we have to spend filling out paperwork and waiting weeks on end to get a quote back sometimes from one of these carriers. We've worked with hundreds of customers over the last couple of years trying to help them get insurance, and that just took what, 30 seconds, 15 seconds to click a few buttons to get some numbers here.
Yep.
That's just awesome.
Yep. Good deal. All
Yeah, it
right.
is pretty awesome.
All right, so let's wrap it up. I think we have one or two more final slides here.
Yep.
All righty. So to do a quick recap, some of the advantages of getting the Cork Cyber Warranty through your IT provider, MIT Consulting. It starts off with $100,000 of financial coverage with the ability to upgrade to a $500,000 warranty plan if needed. The other benefit is that you're getting instant funds available during a cybersecurity attack using a virtual credit card, again, reducing the likelihood of you having to pay out any out-of-pocket expenses yourself. It's going to cover attacks not covered by cyber insurance, such as gift card scams, phishing attack payments, and wire transfer fraud payments, which are typically not covered by most cyber insurance policy that we've seen here at Cork. This gives you the ability to save thousands of dollars in your cyber insurance costs by increasing your deductible or purchasing cyber insurance through the Cork Warranty platform through our good friends over at DataStream Cyber Insurance. This gives you the ability to have that proactive monitoring platform, which basically enforces policy compliance, making sure that you're in compliance with the cyber insurance policy you purchase, as well as in compliance with the Cork Cyber Warranty that you've also purchased as well. We don't want to be like that example that I showed earlier today, where Travelers Insurance was charging a customer thousands of dollars a year for a cyber insurance policy, and they never paid out on it because there was a lack of policy compliance. MFA was turned off in the end. So with us, again, you're getting that monitoring to ensure that the thing that you're paying for, insurance and warranty, will actually pay out in the future when you actually need it. And then the last benefit here is, again, you never have to fill out a lengthy security questionnaire ever again. You log into the dashboard. We know that we're monitoring all those tool sets. You just have to answer a quick few questions within 30 seconds, and you'll be able to get that instant policy quote. Erez, what did I miss out? What did I forget?
Well, right now, I got to tell you, it's just a lot of amazing information to take in, and I'm really excited about all of this, coming to market, because I can tell you right now, it's relatively new, and I think there's going to be huge interest in this because a lot of our customers, small business, they're sort of afraid of that cyber insurance. They're avoiding that conversation. And I think that this is going to be a great stepping stone for a lot of organizations. One of the things I wanted to mention is that, we're very excited to being able to offer this to all of our clients, our active managed services clients. So one of the key things that I think clarity needs to be made is for any customer, anybody out there that wants to get this package, one of the caveats around it is that you need to be an active managed services client of MIT. You're going to want to have all the services. So the patch managing, the cyber protection, be it the XDR or EDR service. We're going to work with you on managing your two-factor authentication, be it through Microsoft, be it through Google, be it through, Cisco Duo or one of the, approved two-factor authentication platforms. And then from there, we can actually tie that all into your system, which is really awesome because it's super easy. And I can't tell you how awesome that was, because when we started looking at what you know, we were very concerned about how difficult it was going to be to try to keep customers in check. I found that once we got through the onboarding process and we actually enabled all the services, it was a lot simpler than we had anticipated. We actually thought it was going to be a make work project, and it was actually quite simple. So, just to reiterate to everybody, it's really, if you're an active customer already with MIT, you're eligible to getting this right away. And if you're not a customer from MIT, but you are looking for a solution like this, it's a very simple, very painless process to be able to onboard, get the subscriptions that you're most likely already paying for, potentially independently or through fragment services that you may have today, consolidate it all under one banner, and then be able to tie it in so that we can, get that to Cork, and then Cork can then give you those, coverage packages between the 100,000 and the optional upgrade of the $500,000 policy. So I think that is really, the big move for everybody is to sort of make a decision on really what they want, which package they want. Few things I want to get clarity on this. So now that you've mentioned that, and everything is on the table here, so two things. Number one, if I sign up with MIT today, or I'm an existing customer of MIT today, and I sign up for, let's call it the entry level package, and we get the $100,000 policy, and then in 6 months from now, or what is the term that I need to commit to? And then if I want to up it to the $500,000 policy, is that something that is, available to me? And what are the steps on that? Is it just
Yeah, great.
upgrading, or do I need to wait for my expiration date?
Great question. So you could always upgrade at any point. You can't downgrade during the policy. The policy is going to be a 1 year policy. So during that 1 year, rates won't go up, and it's a 1 year term that we would bill you on a month-to-month basis. And the reason why it's a 1 year agreement is because it's like a financial product, right? We don't want to sell you a policy today and you cash it in for $10,000 tomorrow and then cancel next week, right? So very similar to like health insurance or some other financial products. It's a 1 year term.
Okay, perfect. And so, and the same thing with upgrading. So if we want to upgrade, just be basically upping the difference, which
Yep.
is basically seamless, and that would still just retroactively go to the end of the initial term.
Or initial term. Yes, sir.
Okay. Um, I don't know. I can't think of really anything else right now. I think that, the next real big steps is to, anybody who's really interested in this, reach out to us. Our contact details will be available in the signature of this video. So you'll be able to request information, get more information on the different services, and we'd be able to provide you with a quote to upgrade to both options. And if you are coming on board as a new client, we are actually embedding that now in the support contract moving forward. So all new policies and all new subscriptions with MIT will be inclusive of these services. So, Nick, I want to thank you for your time. I don't think we have anything else to really go through. I think that we've covered it all. And if anybody else has any additional questions, please feel free to reach out and we'll definitely get them answered.
All righty. Thank you for having me on today.
Thank you for coming. Have a great day.